Hello students, welcome to Smart World School of Complete Education. Let's study chapter number 17, Campaign in the South. Plan of the campaign. The coronation ceremony was over, but its joy was short-lived. A short while after the coronation, on 17th June 1674, Ma Sahib passed away. While all his subjects looked upon Shivaji Maharaj as their protector, Shivaji Maharaj himself depended upon the advice and help of Ma Sahib. She was a true guide and guru in his life. He was deeply grieved at the loss of his mother, but he had very little time for the sorrow because he had to administer the kingdom which he had established. He decided to attack Karnataka. He was no longer afraid of Adil Shah because the kingdom of Bijapur was practically on its last legs. The real threat to Swaraj was from the north, from the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb was biding his time to destroy the Maratha kingdom. There was no knowing when he would attack and swallow the new kingdom. Shivaji thought that his campaign would create a powerful base in the south from where he could resist the blows of the Mughals. With this in view, he planned his southern campaign. He approached Qutub Shah of Golconda for help, and Shah readily agreed to give whatever help was needed. There was yet another reason for the campaign. Shivaji's stepbrother Vyakoji was looking after Shahaji Raje's Tanjavur Jagir in the south. He would not give Shivaji his share of the ancestral Jagir. Neither did he display any love for Swaraj. He treated Shivaji with indifference. Shivaji thought that a personal meeting would resolve the dispute and Vyakoji could be persuaded to help in the work of Swaraj. Visit to Golconda. Shivaji Maharaj started on his southern campaign. Abul Hasan Qutub Shah of Golconda had invited him to visit Golconda. He, therefore, decided to visit Golconda first and then proceed with his conquest on the south. Golconda was the capital of Qutub Shah's kingdom. He made great preparation to receive Shivaji. A special shamiana was put up where the two would meet. As Shivaji entered the capital, people lined in the streets to have his darshan. Stories of his exploits were the talk of the whole country. People heard the death of Afzal Khan at his hands, of the discomfiture of Shaista Khan, and of Shivaji's miraculous escape from Agra. Because of this, Shivaji Maharaj received a royal welcome. People showered flower petals on him from the housetops. Acknowledging this wonderful reception, Shivaji entered Qutub Shah's darbar. Qutub Shah came down halfway to receive him. He seated Shivaji Maharaj alongside himself as an equal on a specially prepared throne. He left nothing undone as far as reception was concerned. Conquest of Jinji. Taking leave of Qutub Shah, Shivaji proceeded south and reached the east coast. To the south of Chennai is the fort of Jinji. It is a big fort, as big strong as Raigad. Shivaji besieged and captured it. A strong southern base was thus created for Swaraj. Then he besieged the Vellore fort. The siege lasted for several months, but the fort could not be conquered. Shivaji had to train his guns on the fort from a neighboring hill before he could conquer it. His southern campaign brought under his rule several forts and a territory with an annual revenue of 20 lakhs. Meeting with Vyankoji Raje. Shivaji Maharaj invited Vyankoji Raje, his stepbrother, to meet him. Vyankoji Raje reluctantly agreed. Shivaji received him with great honor and tried to win him over. He appealed to Vyankoji Raje to help him in the work of Swaraj. For a few days, Vyankoji Raje stayed with Shivaji Maharaj, but one night he returned to Tanjavur without even taking leave of Shivaji Maharaj. From Tanjavur, he actually attacked Shivaji's forces. Shivaji's forces took heavy toll of the attacking troops and Vyankoji Raje was defeated. Shivaji Maharaj was deeply pained at Vyankoji Raje's behavior. He wrote to him and tried to persuade him to change his ways. He conferred on him the territory of south of Jinji and set aside a small part of Karnataka as a gift for Deepa Bai, Vyankoji's wife. He said in his letter to Vyankoji Raje, "Do not put your trust in your enemies. Follow the path of valor." After the conclusion of this successful campaign of Karnataka, Shivaji returned to Raigad. While he was yet to overcome the strain of this campaign, he had to undertake a naval campaign against the Siddhi of Janjira. At this time, Maharaj was 50 years old. He had toiled continuously for nearly 35 years without any time to rest. The people's protector is no more. On 3rd April 1680, Shivaji Maharaj died, plunging his people into a sea of sorrow. The protector of people had passed away. In his lifetime, Maharaj achieved so many great things. He vanquished very powerful enemies and founded Hindavi Swaraj. There was no one in the whole of India who could match his achievements. He was a great national figure. You can see in the map the Swaraj that was established by Shivaji Maharaj. Exercise 1. Fill in the blanks. A. Vyankoji Raje was looking after Shahji Raje's dash Jagir in the south. The options are Vellore, Tanjavur, Bangalore. B. The capital of Qutub Shah's kingdom was dash. The options are Delhi, Jinji, Golconda. 2. Write the answer in one sentence. A. Why did Shivaji Maharaj want to meet Vyankoji Raje? B. What appeal was made by Shivaji to Vyankoji Raje? C. What did Shivaji Maharaj say in his letter to Vyankoji Raje? 3. Give reasons. A. Shivaji Maharaj planned a campaign of the south. B. Shivaji Maharaj wrote to Vyankoji Raje and tried to persuade him to change his way. We have completed the lesson. Thank you.